Hey guys, you're Corbin the Panda, and welcome back to Stay Shook. So this week is DIY week, and when I think of DIY, I think of how-to and like how-to videos. So basically, I thought I'd make a really quick how-to video. So this is a video about how to be petty, or if you don't want to be petty, how to quit being petty. So I broke it down into like 5 broad topics, and we're gonna talk about the main ways to be petty and the main ways to stop being petty. Also, stick around to the end of this video because I have something to show everyone. Alright. Let's get started. So the first category, which I think is the broadest category, like if you're a social media person, you see this a lot, it's petty tweets.
Give me a P.
Odds are, if you're watching this video, you know what a Twitter is. You probably have one yourself. Speaking of Twitter, mine's in the description, go follow it. When I think of petty tweets, I think of subtweeting. That's the biggest thing for me. If you can't talk something out with a person and you just want to like shade them on Twitter, odds are just to make yourself feel better. Because if you're subtweeting, nobody really knows who it's about. Like nobody knows for certain, but like nobody knows who it's about. I mean, sometimes it's really obvious, like especially if you include their status to you, like friend or boyfriend or something like, then it's obviously like a certain person. But it's just really overall petty to go to Twitter and not at them. Like, come on, like at them instead of just talking it out with them. I think that's really petty. So here's a good way to avoid being petty, because I used to subtweet a lot, so I do understand how it can make you feel better. But what I did was I made a separate account. Have a separate account, and every time you want to subtweet, just subtweet on that. Don't follow anybody, don't get any followers, block everyone that follows you. Legit just rant on that Twitter. That's what I did, and it made me feel kind of better, but I also just kind of stopped subtweeting, so I didn't really need it anymore. I don't really know. Next up, petty laughs.
Give me a E.
Basically, everyone knows that one person who like tries to keep telling jokes to maintain their relevance to you. And odds are their jokes aren't funny, so everyone knows a fake laugh that they have. So if you really just want to have a petty laugh, all you have to do is just act like you're dying inside. You know, like ha 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 ha. See, the whole goal there is with each individual chuckle, slowly rip apart another piece of your soul. So it starts out ha 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 and it ends with ha ha ha. That's what you should be focusing on. Now, a way that I found particularly helpful in not having a petty laugh is just not to laugh. Like, if something's not funny, like, just move on. Like, I feel like that's kind of petty in itself, but like, if I don't think something's funny, I probably won't laugh at it. Unless it's someone that I'm really awkward around or that I just really do not like, because then I don't want the conversation to keep going, you know? Like, that's a reason to be petty. I don't know. I kind of contradicted myself, because I don't even do that. If it's someone that I know and I don't think it's funny, I'm just not gonna laugh at it. I'll be like, But also, I'm also that kind of person that like, I can just stare when you say a not funny thing and like everyone will think it's normal. I don't know, is that weird to say? Is that weird? I am weird. I don't know, Next up is petty looks.
Give me a T.
Now, this is really like looks you give to people. So like if someone does something stupid or you just really don't like somebody, you probably might give them a look when they walk in the room. For example, or you're talking to someone and you actually hate them. Or my favorite, just go complete dead face. Just legit be like, I use that one a lot. That's the one that I use a lot. See, mostly I can pull the card that, oh, I'm just tired, sorry. Most of the time, I'm not actually tired. I just don't want to hear you talking to me, you know? Wow, people are gonna see this video from school and they're gonna know all my secrets. Wow, I hope that never happens. Now, way to combat this way of being petty is to just make the same face all the time. Now, some of you might know this as RBF, which means resting face. And basically, it just means that like whenever you're not talking to someone or you're legit just like sitting there minding your own business, the face that you make looks like you want to cut someone. For example, if I'm just sitting there in class and I don't know what's going on and everyone around me is talking and being loud and I'm just kind of confused, I'll probably sit there looking like, And honestly, if you make that face all the time, nobody will think it's petty because you make that face all the time. So yeah. Yay! Next up is petty captions.
C.
But the biggest way to be petty with your Instagram captions, because I was thinking about Instagram, is making a Finsta. If you don't know what a Finsta is, it's a fake Instagram. Basically, it's like a spam account where you can rant on it, you can be funny on it, you can post memes, like, you know, that kind of stuff. And I'm just thinking of someone. And honestly, if you have a Finsta, you can usually say whatever you want on it, especially if you make it private, because then only certain people can follow you. But if you really want to be petty in your Instagram captions, just keep adding them over and over, but don't let them follow you, and don't actually include their @ so they can't see it. Like, trash talk them all you want in your Finsta captions, but like, they'll never actually see it unless someone screenshots and sends to them, but like, everyone hates those people, so like, why do they even exist? But see, those captions are kind of like subtweeting, but like with a picture, so like, they're really, I guess they're more effective subtweets, because I feel like you can get more out with a picture than with a 140 character thought blurb. But yeah, Finstas, they're petty. Most of the time. Sometimes they're funny. I have a Finsta. Not gonna tell you what it is. And if you don't want to have petty captions, just don't make petty captions. Make the captions something relevant to the picture. It's as simple as that. That one's really not hard. The last one is petty conversations.
Why?
Now this can really be taken in two ways, whether it's in person or in text message, but the way I'm really thinking about it is through text message. For example, if you get in a fight with someone and they ask if you're okay, or they ask what's wrong, just say you're fine. That's all they need to know. But then when you talk about them behind their backs, all you have to say is, oh, they don't even care, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about. Like, I think it's really petty that if they're gonna take the time to ask you what's wrong and you don't tell them what's wrong and you're gonna complain about them, like, I think that's pretty petty. And there's always the classic, if you don't like someone anymore, change their fun contact name back to their real name and also delete all the emojis. I've done it. Cause like for me, only certain people have emojis in my phone. Actually, not a lot of people have emojis anymore now that I think about it. I guess I've kind of moved from emojis to contact pictures, but a way to combat this is realize that people are fake and realize that people aren't very nice. And all you have to do is just not give them a fun contact name to start with. And don't put any emojis in their name because they look messy anyway. Why do you want emojis filling up your contact list? If you want to be petty in a conversation, don't contribute at all and just act like everything's okay, even if it's not. And really don't add any substance or any material to the conversation, or delete all their fun contact stuff if you really are just that upset at them. And to combat that, if someone asks what's wrong and you want to talk about it, just actually talk about it, or just don't have the conversation to begin with, or just say you don't want to talk about it. Just be honest. It's not that hard. Or just don't fill your frickin' contact book with a bunch of emojis. So yeah, there you guys go. Those are some main ways to be petty or to not be petty.
I'm petty all the time.
Okay, I have something to show you that involves last week's video. Okay, so be right back. Okay, if you didn't watch my story time from last week, this won't make a lot of sense to you. So if you haven't seen it yet, click right here, right now. I'll give you a couple seconds and go watch that before I fill you in on what I have in my hand. Now, for the people who've already watched it, you know that I talked about, what did I call him? Logan's lanyard with all the pins on it. Well, I also said that every camper got this lanyard with all these pins. I found mine. I have this chandelier in my room from the people who rented this house out before us. I don't know why they put a chandelier in. It's literally like a bedroom. But I usually put lanyards on there, like conventions and stuff. And I don't know why this was on there, because this is from like forever ago. But I have it, and I've got all the pins and the buttons, and I've got the lanyard. And so yeah, it's kind of puts visual into what was going on. And it also kind of shows that, well, I didn't make up that story. So yeah. That is all for this week's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I hope you learned how to be petty or to quit being petty. Be sure to go check out Nora's video from yesterday where she made the crazy frappuccino, which was really funny. I enjoyed it. I laughed, and not the fake petty laugh that I just talked about. And also watch Eric's video tomorrow because I think it's really funny. I've already seen it, and I think it's really good. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know ways that you be petty or ways that you quit being petty. Whatever you are. Doesn't really matter to me. I don't judge. And yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday. Okay, bye!